who in the media has been ripping me off without attribution. And I've given one example, the Fox Nation. I'd like to hear from you. Miami, Florida. Miguel, welcome to the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Savage, how about the Weeper on Fox News?
Oh, the hemorrhoid with eyes?
Yes, yes.
What's he doing?
Well, you know how nobody on the mainstream media talks about how Obama's going to take us more to the extreme way. He's going to take
No, I know he listens to the show every day and then copies it the next day with graphics. You got to give it to the hemorrhoid. He's not bad.
I felt like you got hired on Fox News. I really did.
No, the hemorrhoid with eyes does have a very good pair of ears. I got to hand it to him.
Yes. And also, he's also...
Well, what's with the overacting? Well, what's with the overemphasis of everything and the crying? What's that all about?
No, and the music, too, and how in the back, they...
I'm afraid the guy's going to have a nervous breakdown on the air.
Exactly.
I feel any day they happen to come take him away. I mean, this guy's on the edge every day. He's about to go over the air. All right, good luck to him. Personally, I think the guy's going to have a crack up on the air, which will be very good for ratings. Thanks for the call. Justin, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Dr. Savage. I just wanted to mention the Wallbanger. I was watching his show last night on Fox and happened to notice on April 9th, he's doing a show, 6 Ways to Save America, which sounded strikingly familiar to your list of 10 ways to save America.
Oh, yes, my famous 10 Ways to Save America. Well, look, for a man who went to high school and has outgrown his genes, he's not a bad guy. I mean, he doesn't do badly. He began as a fill-in for Rush Limbaugh, and look where it's gotten him. I wouldn't mind the guy so much if he just stopped with the "oh, you kid, I'm a young guy, good-looking guy" thing. He's a little old for it. And his thighs have gotten a little thick for those dungarees, don't you think?
I don't look at his legs much, but...
I do. I look at his legs. I mean, he's a TV guy. Thank God I'm not on television. No, but I want to talk about more fundamental things rather than looks, which is ripping off my ideas, which is very, very nice. As Lao Tzu said, that's the greatest form of compliment. What's interesting, Justin, is that the people of this show who listen to me, they know it when it's ripped off. I mean, when I saw the Fox Nation, I said, wow, that's really great. Thanks for the call. Well, as I say, for a young man who went through high school, he does very well. He tries very hard, puts on a very good performance, and I respect him for that. It's just like when you have someone in the family, they do the best they can. That's all. You don't have to put him down. For a man who has no educational background and no knowledge of history, science, poetry, or literature, he does a very, very good job of convincing people that he has the flag wrapped around himself and he's invincible. But to me, that's typical of those in the media. Now, if you say I'm sitting up here like God Almighty looking down on him, that's wrong. But I'll be done if I'm going to sit here and get blindsided by these people in the media who rip me off and put me down and not fight back. They're wrong. As far as I am concerned, and I'll say it right now, and you heard it first in the Savage Nation, Rush Limbaugh is the General Motors of talk radio. Wallbanger is the Chrysler of talk radio, and both of them have been propped up by TARP funds, which is the Republican Party itself. If it was not for the TARP listenership of Republican Party boobs, Rush, the General Motors of talk radio, would have been out of business. Wallbanger, the Chrysler of talk radio, would have been out of business. I am the smallest one in the major leagues. I am the underdog, and I will fight with everything in me against General Motors and the Chrysler of talk radio. And if they want to start a war with me, well, let's get it on, my friends.
Hi, hello, Dr. Savage. Right after I heard you mention trickle-up poverty, I heard the golfer say it, and he keeps on repeating it over and over.
Yeah, well, look, they can translate for him through the hearing aid, whatever they robbed from me, so that's nice. I'm sure he didn't hear it directly.
Okay, and I also have a comment on what Muslims contribute.
Let me tell you about Rush. Rush is the biggest rip-off artist in the history of radio, and he never acknowledges anybody he steals from. You ask anybody in the business, they'll tell you the same thing. Rush is the General Motors of talk radio. He's never invented a novel idea in his life. Everything he uses is from somebody else. And just like General Motors, as sure as I'm sitting here, this man is propped up by TARP funds called Republican Party boosters. And if they want to attack me, and if they want to support my enemies, then I'm going to go on the assault. Rush is the General Motors of talk radio. Wallbanger is the Chrysler of talk radio. And if they want to attack the little guy, let them keep doing it, because I'll be around long after they are. I can guarantee you this. I have tremendous knowledge of what's coming in this media landscape. They don't. They do not understand that they are the General Motors and Chrysler of talk radio, and they're on an ice floe, and they're drifting south. Thanks for the call. 1-800-449-8255.